Mr. Virgin is a 1984 comedy film written by Alfred Chung. He plays a man who has been plagued his whole life because the feng shui in his family is bad. A fortune teller has told him and his family that the men in their family, whenever they try to go after sex or romance or anything like related to romance, bad luck will befall them. So his mother died in childbirth and during his birth, and then every time he's tried to, you know, get intimate with a woman in his teen years or college years, something always happens. You know, supernatural phenomenon always makes him have terrible luck. So on the eve of his 30th birthday, he decides, hey, you know what? I'm going to turn 30 and then I'm going to get married and I'm going to finally have sex and stop being Mr. Virgin. Meanwhile, his love interest is a young woman who does makeup for cadavers, and it's not considered a good job because of the sort of connotations that come with it. She makes good money, but you know, she's very quiet and she has to keep her job a secret because she always scares away men. So she's from Macau, however, she comes over to Hong Kong and they meet and they develop a relationship. I don't even remember how they met. But either way, you know, she has to keep this a secret, he has to keep his secret. And the movie is a very subtle and charming little rom-com for the most part. However, there's this really dated plot point that happens literally within the 15 minutes of the finale. And it's a very dated, stupid plot point that it goes on for way too long. It kind of ruins the entire movie. The movie itself is, you know, it doesn't try too hard to get the laughs. There's a lot of awkward moments. There's a lot of, you know, sight gags and misunderstandings. Nothing too awful. It's a very low-key comedy, and I really like that charm. However, that plot point at the end is really dumb. In fact, let's turn this into a spoiler review. If you want to watch the movie, you can turn off this review at this moment. But basically, at the end of the movie, he reveals that he's afraid of dying, so she leaves him. So he realizes that bad luck is befalling him. So he decides to go find her. However, he can't find her. He gets drunk at a bar and he gets raped by 3 foreign women. And they jump him in an alley. And he's all like, you know, sad that he lost his virginity to these women. Other people are laughing at him. It's a very dated, stupid plot point. And then they give him some contraceptive pills because they think he's a woman, but he's not because men usually don't get raped. And then it gets on the news and everything, and it's a very problematic making fun of men getting raped. It's just something that's really, really like juvenile, not juvenile, but just really toxic. And obviously it's a movie that came out in 1984, so it's trying to just, I don't know where that came from though, because the whole movie was great until that moment. And then he spends the rest of the last 15 minutes, you know, whimpering around and pretending that, you know, he's worthless because he got raped. And like, if you switch the roles at any time, this movie becomes super problematic. Imagine him being like an autopsy mortician guy and her being like having bad luck with love, and then she gets raped and then she thinks she's not worthy of love, and then he accepts her. That's just really dumb. So the only person to blame for that is obviously the star and writer Alfred Chung. However, the movie itself, you know, it was charming till that moment. But that last plot point is supposed to be the climax and finale of the movie. I guess the movie is only 100 and no, it's not even. It's like 85 minutes long. So without that plot point, the movie would only be an hour long. So he should have come up with something else. It kind of scars the movie for life. And you know, you can't really use something like that and play it for laughs and expect it to stand the test of time, because it wasn't a very good plot point to begin with. So Mr. Virgin is, for the most part, a decent comedy film, except for that ending. That just sort of mars it completely. So it's not really worth watching, I'd say, in my opinion. So I give Mr. Virgin a 2 out of 10.